Mentioning Alberta, the Alberta Sovereignty Act has passed the Alberta legislature. The third and final reading happening around 1 o'clock in the morning Mountain Time. So it's a change because the bill is now stripped of the sweeping powers for Premier Danielle Smith's cabinet that caused so much controversy. Is it enough, though, to satisfy the critics? Let's bring in Hilary Johnstone, who has more on what happened in the wee hours of the morning. Hilary, good morning.
Good morning, Heather. Well, those lawmakers, members of the UCP caucus, rose, as you say, shortly after 1 a.m. local time and gave themselves a standing ovation after that third and final reading of the bill. As you say, there have been some amendments here, which means that the final word on lawmaking will rest with the legislature rather than with cabinet. Now, there are still a lot of criticisms, of course, of this legislation, including another change that was passed, which will narrow the definition of what is considered to be harmful when you're talking about Alberta's perceived intrusion by the federal government into that provincial jurisdiction. So there is, of course, still a lot of criticism here. But we did hear from the Premier, from Danielle Smith last night, speaking about this, also addressing some criticisms of this legislation that investors may look elsewhere rather than Alberta. Here's what we heard from the Premier.
They're projecting that there would be unprecedented capital flight. Well, it'd be hard to beat because there was unprecedented capital flight when they brought through the climate leadership plan. And I don't know why it is they felt that they needed to suck up to Ottawa. It's not like Ottawa is a national government. The way our country works is that we are a federation of sovereign, independent jurisdictions. They are one of those signatories to the Constitution, and the rest of us are signatories to the Constitution and have a right to exercise our sovereign powers in our own area of jurisdiction.
Now, Heather, this bill will allow the Alberta government to do things such as directing municipalities, health regions, schools, and city police forces to resist implementing federal laws. As you can imagine, there's still a lot of reaction to what all of that's going to mean.